So, hi, my name is Shuang, and I am with the Chinese American Citizens Alliance Voices Uplifting Project here at the C.A.C.A. National Lodge headquarters in San Francisco. Today is September 6th, which is a Saturday, 2025, and I am here interviewing Dorothy of C.A.C.A. Lodge of Oregon. Portland, Oregon, yes. This conversation is being recorded for the purposes of our historic records pertaining to the national conventions. So, would you like to give your consent to this recording?
Sure, I agree to be recorded.
Okay. And would you like to please state your full name?
Sure. Okay, my name is Dorothy Chongkit.
Okay. Could you spell your name too?
Sure. DOROTHY
Thank you.
Okay. So we'll move on to the first question, which is, what is your full name? What lodge are you from? And how long have you been a member of C.A.C.A.?
Sure. My name is Dorothy Chongkit, and I'm a member of C.A.C.A. Portland Lodge. Unfortunately, I've only been a member for 2 years, and it's really new to the organization.
I'm newer. I'm 1 year.
Really? Oh
All right.
gosh. I just
So-
joined last year too.
So you're senior.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So today is September 6th, 2025. How are you feeling about the convention so far? Today is the third day, I believe.
Second
day, yes. What are you most looking forward to?
Actually, I was really looking forward to listening to the resolutions and to be part of the committee to actually go through the amendments and resolutions that can be voted by the rest of the board.
How did you feel about hearing about the resolutions?
It was good. It's something that the board are planning to do for the next couple of years until the next convention. And right now it's really important because of the political climate in our country, which is pretty unfortunate, and that the fear of our civil rights are going to be trampled on and taken away from us.
I agree. Thank you for that. What feelings or memories come to mind when you think about your first C.A.C.A. convention? Well, this is your first one, right?
Exactly.
Yes. So how do you feel about this being your first convention then?
Well, I mean, I come here with lots of curiosity. It's my first convention. I don't know what to expect, so I'm here with an open mind to see. And most important thing is to meet with other leaders in the community who have been doing this work for a long time. So that connection part is really important to me, to learn how to carry on this work, and in addition, pass my knowledge to the younger generations.
Oh, that's good. So, why did you first decide to join C.A.C.A. and what motivates you to continue your involvement today?
Because of what C.A.C.A. stands for, is to defend the civil rights of Chinese Americans in this country, and at the same time protect our culture. Before it gets a bit too westernized and we forget our roots, where we come from, especially the work of our forefathers in this country. And through this whole experience, I actually found out from my in-laws that their great-grandfather was actually part of the railroad workers.
Oh.
So, it's all, if I don't talk about it, sometimes family members do not like to talk about their past, especially doing menial jobs and being a laborer in this country. But I am very proud that there is someone in the family that actually came here before and tried to make something better and decent for the lives and for the new generations.
Yeah. You said you joined C.A.C.A. 2 years ago. Did you find out about it like 2 years ago, or have you heard about it previously?
Oh, I had it about 3-4 years ago. It was I attended a gala, the Chinese New Year gala, and I was working for a non-profit in Portland, and my boss bought a table. So I was invited as a staff, to attend, and I met with Stephen and Helen, and I saw that, oh my goodness, we have such a huge Chinese community. And that really perks my interest and curiosity, but I was working, so I wasn't really involved, outside, because I work for a non-profit dedicated to DEI, and that's a very exhausting work. So, as towards the end of my career, and before I, go into retirement, I was looking out for organizations that I can be a part of. Not just for the social aspect, but something that I can put my time and resources in to be a voice for Chinese Americans.
Well, thank you. We're glad to have you a part of C.A.C.A. If you are a member of various nonprofit community organizations, what is it about C.A.C.A.'s community and your involvement that stands apart from those other organizations?
Well, first and foremost, I'm Chinese American and we are standing up for ourselves. The key is we need to be united. I don't care if you come from China, Hong Kong, Taiwan, or other parts of the world. Our ancestors, we came from China. And I'm not here to carry the China flag, but I'm here to carry the roots of being a Chinese in a foreign country that we are always looked upon as a perpetual foreigner. So we need to have a collective voice and stand up and to defend our rights. So that is most important to me, to be part of C.A.C.A.
Oh, you said you were also a part of like a DEI program. How has your experience with that organization helped you in your involvement today in C.A.C.A?
Well, I learned that a lot of things are done through collaboration, right? You know, my boss, my ex-boss actually, she's retired, she's Japanese American. She is part of the organizations that work for the Veterans Commemorative, what was it called? The Japanese American that actually fought for World War II when they were looked upon as the enemy. So her ancestors actually fought in the war. And so she shared with me stories. And a neighbor of mine who's Japanese American, she is a part of the Black Panther in Portland. So, you know, I have been surrounded by non-Chinese but Asian Americans who actually stood alongside to work for civil rights organizations to make sure that we are no longer the marginalized community. We are stronger as a collective voice, not for Chinese Americans, but for all Americans.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. What historic or personal event do you credit for inspiring your involvement in C.A.C.A, in civil rights, in advocacy, or other?
Well, like you, Shuang, we went to DC last year as
Yes,
part
we
of the
did.
education trip. So it was really important that when we walked, how many people of color, especially Chinese Americans, do we see along the corridor? Which is why it's important that we go there to lend our voice and to show our face, because they don't hear from us enough.
Yeah.
Yes, we have representatives, we have senators, but we need more than that. We need the common people to be there to show our support and to invite younger generations like you, Shuang, and whoever that will be coming on board, so that we can carry, that you all can carry the work that the previous generations have been doing, because we are part of this whole country. We have, it's called United States of America for a good reason, and we have to stay united.
Yes, I love that. And I really enjoyed going on that trip, and you know, when we shared all these like personal stories and hearing all your stories too in your community, it was really uplifting to hear. So a really good growing experience.
Yes, for all of us.
Yeah. So founded in 1895, C.A.C.A is regarded as the oldest continuous civil rights and advocacy organization established for Americans of Chinese ancestry. What do you credit for its longevity and sustainability? How might you attract younger people to join?
Well, the fact that we have the landmark case, Wong Kim Up versus US, and we have Norman here today to talk about it. I mean, yes, I'm not sure whether how Norman's family is involved in C.A.C.A, but we are all connected through the similarities of us being a perpetual foreigner. C.A.C.A, this whole brotherhood was founded so that they can help one another, and we are here to do the same work. It could be like hundreds of years ago, but today we are still we are still fighting this war, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And you know, for the younger generation, it's just to defend ourselves.
Yeah, I agree. How might we'll just like do you have any ideas of how you might attract younger audiences?
Oh, yeah. By sharing this information. Okay. Just to share, I was voted in to be a board member for C.A.C.A Portland Lodge. After careful consideration, because like what I said before, I'm very picky of which organization that I'm part of. It has to mean something to me.
Yeah.
I have to be passionate about the work. So when some of the board members approached me and asked me to help out, especially to be a chair for the civic engagement and midterm elections next year,
Oh, yeah.
I felt compelled to, like, you know what, I can do it. So now that I'm a compliance officer too for the Portland Lodge, part of my thing is that I need to bring in younger people. I'm not just talking about college or young adults. I'm talking about people, kids in elementary school. We need to let them know about our history. It's nothing to be ashamed about. And for them to appreciate what the earlier generations of Chinese Americans, not even Americans, they were just Chinese laborers they did for this country. They were part of the movement. They created infrastructure for this country, and they should be proud of it just as I am proud of these people.
Oh, yeah. And then, what accomplishments of C.A.C.A. are you most proud to have witnessed or been a part of?
Well, I don't think I really have a specific answer for that because, like what I said, I'm still new to this whole organization, but the work has been really encouraging, right? And the whole civil rights movement and what we are doing is most important to me. And it's a continuous thing. So, I mean, I wouldn't say there's a specific case or there are specific incident that I'm very excited and proud of. It's everything. It encompasses what C.A.C.A. stands for from the beginning to now.
And then for our last question, what advice would you give to the next generation of members who want to carry on the mission of C.A.C.A. like me?
Go for it. You will not regret it. Because end of the day, it's our journey to pass on this legacy and information to the newcomers, to the Chinese Americans that are not even born, and for the newcomers coming into America that want to be part of this culture and to be integrated into our group. Let's spread the word. Let's spread the love, and let's welcome them as much as how the older Chinese Americans welcome us into this community. It's not just Chinatown. We are here everywhere. Let's create a welcoming and, how do I say, a familiar space for them to always remember their culture and especially the language. Let's not lose that.
Thank you. That was beautifully said.
Also good.
May I ask just a few follow-up questions? So you speak as if you're very articulate and you know a lot of history. Are you an educator?
No, I'm not.
So ask your background and
Sure.
yeah.
I came from Singapore 20 odd years ago. So when I came to this country, I learned about the history. And I understand it's never easy for an immigrant of a different color to come into this country.
Did you come with a job?
No, no, not for a job. I actually left corporate America over in Singapore because I don't like that kind of corporate world that I am like on a hamster, running on a spinning wheel.
Were you in finance and economy?
I was in tech space. I was working in tech space. I was doing marketing programs.
Oh, nice.
So, I covered a lot of Asian countries, and there's this revolving door that outside of America, they always send a white man to hold the top. And then when they go, they always leave a mess for us locals to clean it up. And there's a revolving door. It's that cycle. And this is something that I felt that is really discouraging because you are not representing what you talk about. America is supposed to be a beacon of light for the rest of the world. They are always telling people what democracy is all about. And you're telling people what to do and how not to do things. However, they are not living to that standard. It's hypocrisy. I'm aware of it, which is fine. But in America, you're allowed to have a voice, to talk about it, and to share your ideas of how to make this world a better space. Try to do this in other countries, I'm not going to name names, that they should change the way they should think about our human rights. You'll be shot down. But in this country, you're allowed to have a voice.
Now I understand where you're coming from.
Yes. So I'm exercising my right as an American. I understand the amendments.
Even in your own country, but working under corporate white America, you're still under, and as you say, having to clean up the mess. It's almost like having to clean up the mess of an American company, which is what often happens as an expat.
Correct. Because it's this hierarchy.
The hierarchy of whiteness.
Yes. And right now, who sits right on top? Corporate America.
Always.
What's happened in Washington, D.C.? What's happened in the state capital, local? In California, in Oregon, in Washington. That
So what
has
did you do when you
changed.
came to America?
When I came to the United States, I was a housewife. I didn't have to work. And but I went to college for the sake of learning. I love American history. I love American literature. I love to read books about unbiased views. Everyone is different. I read books left-leaning, right-leaning to try to understand where they're coming from. And I saw the divisiveness when they start calling each other out. Oh, you are so conservative. Oh, you're so liberal. And it became so divisive that United States of America is becoming very ununited.
Were
And
you
it's
sitting on city council or something? That's how you did growing your voice or hearing the voices,
No.
developing your own voice?
No, it's not that.
You can't tell me it's just because you're a housewife.
I am. I've been. Which is why in my second career, I went into a nonprofit space. The thing is that, where I come from, children are meant to be seen, not heard. Right? And we always, especially in the United States, keep our head down, do our work, and not make waves because you don't want to be the tallest grass. You're going to be the first to chop off, right? And it's really dangerous. However, given my age and my experience, I don't mind speaking. I've got nothing to lose. I'm not here looking for a job. I'm not seeking a seat in the political arena. I can speak out without fear.
What nonprofit space was this?
Japan American Society for Oregon. I'm on their Women Leadership Committee, and I am the board secretary for Council for the Homeless in Southwest Washington. And because they need really they need a diverse board. And how many my kind of face do you see serving on those spaces? Because I want to use my face and my voice to attract other Asian Americans into the space. I want to invite them to be part of the community. When we come to this country, we really want to make sure that we are well protected. It means a house over our head, our kids have education. It's for the future of our people. But we are part of the community too. We have to help our neighbors who look different from us. Different political views, religious views, we are part of the community. They are white people that have been fighting alongside of us. Let us open ourselves, open our heart, and help other people along the way too. Because as a community, we stick together, prosperity for all.
Dorothy, thank you for investing your voice in C.A.C.A. in the years to come. They can only be so grateful and honored. And I can see a lot of what Shuang can become. Very inspiring. You got a good pairing.
Thank you. Yeah.
It's this whole thing, right? I don't know my journey. I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. When I came into C.A.C.A, it's just to try to figure out things and listen and things like that, and try to learn things from the bottom. I'm not coming in and telling people what to do and what not to do. I'm here to help, and I need people to help me too along this journey. It's not me alone. It's a collective effort.
Well, that's what it's about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope that helps answer the questions.
Yes, thank you.
You're most welcome.
I'm sure the future generations would enjoy watching back and listening to these interviews. But yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.